do you think Derrick Henry turns up in the back half of the season? We are going to go into the football conversation now, so let's start that with a look at Derrick Henry. We are approaching the midway point of the NFL season and getting into an important time in the fantasy football season as we get ready for week 9. And there have been some players who have lived up to their pre-draft hype and some other ones who haven't. And a lot of them on the haven't side are playing in the football game tonight on Thursday night with the Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. And one of the frustrations this year has been around Derrick Henry for fantasy owners. If you are a fantasy owner of Derrick Henry, you drafted him very, very high. And that is very frustrating because it hasn't been very, very good right now. Just a sec there. And so I can understand some frustrations around this with what he has done. I just want to pull up where he is sitting right now amongst running backs. Oh, that's not the website I wanted to go to. Even that one's not great. Well, they're some fantasy football website. I get make your money and all that, but it makes it a little bit tricky finding some stats at certain places. So I don't know why I tried anything else but this. But no, I can understand where Pull the Trigger is asking about Derrick Henry because he was supposed to be the one who defied age, and he was the one who was like, there's going to be no problems, and it's on an explosive offense, and everything is just going to be as absolutely amazing as you could possibly have it be. And it hasn't worked. It really hasn't worked for Derrick Henry this season. And so I am trying to pull up season stats. There we go. Let's see. Where does Derrick Henry rank amongst all running backs right now? Well, I'm scrolling. I am still scrolling. There we are. Derrick Henry in this season, he is, what is that? 1, 2, boy, he is way far down on the list. So we're talking about someone who has struggled this year, right? Like, he is, in terms of just fantasy overall, according to Yahoo, he is 60th. That's a problem. That's a big problem for someone who you were taking in the first and second round. So what do we think Derrick Henry can be as the year goes on? The good thing for Baltimore and for his fantasy stock is that the offense should be getting better, right? We will see about Lamar Jackson tonight, but he's going to be back at some point, and this offense is going to be better. And so even with Lamar Jackson being in the lineup, this offense struggled. That's something we shouldn't forget. But there were also some big moments there. And he has still had some big moments. The big week against Chicago here, over 100 yards against a good Rams defense, gets a touchdown to save his day against Houston. And so I do think, like I said, he's 60th. That's not where you wanted. It's not as bad as it's been. But when you look at the schedule going forward, Dolphins this week, that's a matchup you can take advantage. Excuse me. Minnesota, it's not a plus matchup, but it's not the worst matchup in the world either. Cleveland's a bit of a tough one, but I think they're starting to break a little bit. Then you got the Jets, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati again. So there's a really, really good stretch of football ahead, I think, for Derrick Henry. So I think that he could be someone who is a potential league winner here. Oh, tell John, I have little to zero NFL knowledge. Sorry, man. Maybe you'll learn something. But either way, I appreciate all the World Series stuff and everything like that. But for Derrick Henry, I think he is someone who could be a league winner in the second half. If you have the Derrick Henry owner in your league and he is expressing a bit of frustration, I think Henry is someone that you can trade for because he is absolutely 100% in a situation where things are going to get better. It hasn't been as bad as some of the situation would indicate, and the situation gets better from here. So Derrick Henry is 100% in a spot where you could kind of potentially buy low on this player and have it be a very, very beneficial thing for you in the second half of the fantasy football season. I think he is certainly someone who's going to step up here the rest of the way.